Hey everybody, it's Chris from Mars Vocal. Today we are going to talk about singing for the stage versus singing for the microphone. This is a really important concept. Everybody's trying to sing loud. Everybody, when they're trying to learn to sing, is trying to just shout at the top of their lungs, and it's like a competition to see who can sound the loudest in a room. So, the trick with singing in the modern era is a lot of vocal teachers, a lot of the vocal methods that people use were developed hundreds of years ago when people were singing without any kind of electronic amplification. You never hear modern singers in a room. You are never going to be in the room with any of these singers that you love, hearing them sing. Maybe if you're in a recording studio, but let's be honest, it's probably not going to happen. You might meet some of your favorite singers, but they're probably not going to do a demo face to face so you can hear what they sound like without a microphone. It just doesn't happen. So you have no concept of how loud the singers you're listening to are in the room where they're singing. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference if they're loud or super quiet. If somebody's screaming and they're as loud as they possibly can, or if somebody's actually pretty quiet and it still sounds super intense, but it's really just conversational, that's not really that intense. There's really just talking with some weird looseness to your vocal cord and it sounds intense. That's a pretty big issue because electronic amplification yields itself to entirely different kinds of techniques with singing. So, what you're shooting for is singing with emotion and clarity and with as little strain and in a way that's the least taxing on your vocal cords so you can do it constantly and get better and better. So, singing for the stage, those were techniques developed hundreds of years ago when you're trying to project across a large audience and be heard. I compare that to acting. So if you're acting for the stage, you're making big movements so that people in the back row can see what emotion you're trying to convey. Surprise, for example. If you're acting for the stage, surprise. But if you do that as an actor on camera, in a close-up, that's going to be insane. Like, everybody's going to jump, you're going to fly off the frame. Like, it's not going to work. Fear in an up-close, close-up for the theater shot is... That's it. That's all there is. So singing for a microphone versus singing for the stage is very similar. It's much more subtle. There's not this... there's not the emphasis on volume. The emphasis is on being conversational and using inflection in your voice in a way that communicates what you're trying to say in your lyric and creates emotional impact. So, forcing your voice to be loud and carry as if you're going to be singing on a Broadway stage when you're singing into a studio microphone that can hear a pin drop from 3 rooms away, kind of silly. What you want to learn to do is sing with detail and in the exact sound you want, and to hell with volume. Ask yourself, can I shout really loud that much of the time? No, you can't. But you can sound really, really cool and sound amazing and make all of those cool sounds that you want to make without hurting yourself. That's the whole point. We're singing for the microphone. We're not singing for the stage. That's a really important thing to remember when you're singing and you're learning to sing and you're learning to do all these things in a new way. It doesn't matter if you're loud. It just matters if it sounds the way you want it to sound. That's it. That's all that matters. Chris, Mars Vocal. Thank you, everybody. Good luck.